I hope you all can hear me. Welcome to VL Astrology, everyone. And we can't blame it to Mercury retrograde always. There is something or the other which keeps happening, and there are certain tech glitches which can happen as well. Thank you so much for being live with me. I just was thinking of discussing something about the houses one by one. So I thought I'll take up the first house first. Let me see the comments also simultaneously because there are people who are joining in live. Yeah, it was a net issue. So you see, somebody asked about the eclipses. Eclipses are heavy because they are the eclipsing the luminaries. One must understand when the luminaries who are giving us the light and the power in a way. So it definitely, and moon is emotion. So when we talk about eclipses, it is about sun and moon getting eclipsed. So definitely, somewhere or the other, we will be getting impacted in our areas of life, even if it is not visible, in our country, in our state, wherever in the world we are. But astrologically, it does have an impact because the planets won't be shifting anywhere. They will definitely be there across the globe. So when the eclipses are there in and around eclipses time, the best thing that you can do is you must keep something in the house which you have to donate. Give away all what you don't really need. And especially, when you have what you have not used from 5 years. It said that more than 5 years you have not used something, you should not keep it in the house. uh, I myself, try to do it because, we are human beings and we are attached to our, certain things in the house, some articles that you can't part ways with. So it is very essential that in and around eclipses time, or maybe the next day to the eclipse, just donate it because, it is going to carry those energies also. The ones which are lying kept in the house, they get impacted even more faster. Remember that. So the negative energies of the eclipse get entrapped in those articles which are kept in your house from past 5 years, and that accumulates over a period of time. You will see that these energies, in future bring about those negative energies in you if you start using them. Okay. So the best is that see what all you can just remove from your house, from your office, so that that decluttering is very essential. Because you see, sun and moon both, they actually, when they are well lit, in our house, we should get the sunlight, proper sunlight. And there are certain things which don't get that kind of sunlight also. Correct? So when it is eclipses time, so this is a very potential and a potent period for that energy to get entrapped, the negative energy, because Rahu works really well. It is very potent in those areas. He's very happy to emit negative energies. It is the serpent, and it is like, the it said that when there is dirt, when there is smell, it is smelly things. Rahu is working fine. He's very happy. So the best is that you declutter post maybe eclipse time. Don't use those things if you really don't want them. And if you are keeping them with you before the eclipse time, I hope you can hear me. Let me check again. Otherwise, I'm just going on talking. Uh, yeah, thank you so much. Yes, you can hear me. Thank God. I am so happy that you can hear me. So, what I'm trying to say here is whenever there is anything that you are experiencing, any kind of negative energies you are experiencing, so you should look into the articles or the things or the possessions that you have. Also, you must, before the eclipse time, see to it that you are clearing your space, so that what you want to use, you should start using it before the eclipse also happens. Okay. So once you start using these things and you're bringing them to your life, in use, then the energies won't get entrapped into it. So the best is that before the eclipse time, this is one of the remedies which people will not be knowing, which nobody tells you also, because when the eclipse energy is very strong, this is what my grandmother has taught me, that put basil, holy basil in our food articles, and put holy water once the eclipse gets over, take bath, with 2-3 drops of holy water in your water, bathing water, and do take bath after the eclipse gets over. Why all these things? That means the energies in us also gets entrapped, the negative energy. So the best way to get rid of the negative energies is to cleanse the environment before and after the eclipse time, because it is considered to be the darkest period when sun and moon both are getting eclipse, are under the eclipse zone. That means it is a very conducive period for the negative energies to work. It's said that all the dark activities, black magic, etc., if you believe in so these also take place in and around eclipses time, remember. So the energies are so powerful, especially the new moon energy when it is the solar eclipse. So you must take good care of your mental setup also. Don't get carried away and say that, oh, that person, did something, this black magic or eyeing, evil eye, these things, please, even if these things exist, I don't want to go there, because everybody has their own perspective. Some people do feel those energies very, very strongly. So it is just that this is Rahu impact. So if you are strong internally, externally, and your surroundings, I'm sure nobody can do anything to you. Okay. So if at all you are, experiencing highs and lows in your emotions and mood swings happen, so the best thing that you can do is listen to good music. Listen to the Mahajapa. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is the Maha Mantra, Mahajapa. Just let it play in your house the whole day long. Believe you and me, in my house, this japa just keeps on. It's always on. Connected to the speaker and my Bluetooth, it is always on. I'm just sharing with you what I do. Of course, Vishnu Sahasranam, Lalita Sahasranam first, and then first is the Ganesh mantra, Praname Shirisha Devam Gauri Putram Vinayakam. So I recite those, and then we start with the Narayan Kavach, and then we do the Vishnu Sahasranam, Lalita Sahasranam, and then Mahajapa. The whole day long, the Mahajapa is on. Even if you are working, you will see that your mental setup is attuned. It is said that it is a therapy also, hearing therapy, and it just goes to your nervous system, and it really clears things, and it is definitely worked, and it is working in in different parts of the world. People have got that cure. And singing is one therapy, which is, or singing or dancing or listening to the music. This is something which is the easiest and the doable remedy, which one should be doing and one can do. So do the Mahajapa. And if you don't want to do, if you are not Hindu, so you can hear any soothing music that you like, any soothing music that puts you to that calm state. So try doing that. I can just simply give you these doable, simple remedies, because I'm not going to be giving you big, huge remedies. Soak this, put this under your pillow, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe in all that. If destinies could be changed by doing the remedies, I would have been the multi-billionaire, and all astrologers would have been in that place. If they are giving this, that you will get rich by doing this remedy, you will you will get married by doing this remedy, you will become become pregnant by doing this remedy, it is something I don't agree and buy. It can change your perspective towards life. Remedies are very, very good. You can, but it will change your perspective and your thinking pattern. That's what I have realized over a period of time. So just do what you like doing, of course, whatever suits you all, whichever part of the world you are all in. So now I'm going to be sharing with you what exactly I have thought today that I will be doing. This was some question that came up, so I just started talking about this. Now, I hope I'm audible, first of all, clear. Okay. So you can recite any kind of mantra or any kind of japa that you like to hear. Vishnu, Mahesh, any you can hear Om Namah Shivaya japa also. I hear Hare Ram. So you can hear whatever suits you. So now you see what I am going to be doing today is something which it's going to be a series that I'm going to be taking up, because I was thinking of doing thank you for confirming. Yeah, good evening. I have responded, Sutra Vain, I have responded to your nakshatra question. Please do read the answer, because that is something for the members I'm going to be doing, okay? And as regards to the first house, I'm going to be taking up this series wherein I will be sharing with you one by one all the houses, that what exactly do they mean and how do we look at it in a different perspective. I have done a blank chart reading already, though. I have done it. But in case you want to understand, you can simply just learn this technique, how you can use this as a part of your learning process. Okay, then of course I will be sharing with you the 1 second. Yeah, I just wanted this to show you guys. So the first and the foremost is, yeah, thank you. I don't know, there was some glitch and I could not be live. The screen just froze at that time. Yeah. So you see, when we talk about Aries, okay, suppose it is the first house, Aries. So you have to see what planet. Think that this is ruled by Mars. So think that Mars is sitting here. Okay, think like that. Mars is sitting here. Okay, think as if Mars is here. Okay, so when we see Mars, so right opposite will be Venus. Okay, sorry about the writing because I'm just using my mouse. So no Prashna, I'm not doing any Prashna. I'm just this is some Prashna that I did. I'm not going to be doing Prashna. I just did some reading, so it was a Prashna for that person. So when we talk about the second house for Aries, this is ruled by Venus. Now you have to consider it as an aspect, mutual aspect, Mars and Venus as aspect. On the first house, do you think there is any other aspect also? Yes, there is a Jupiter's aspect, because Jupiter is aspecting here from the ninth house. Jupiter is not positioned here, but it is aspecting here. Can you see Saturn is also aspecting, because Saturn, it rules this sign. So on the Aries sign, there is a lot of influence. What all influence is there? Venus is influence, Jupiter's influence, and Saturn's influence. So that is the reason, they are what they are for this reason only. Their personality is such, their body build is such, that it shows them to be very, physically well built, and hair, skin, upper body part, all that is also because. Now, this is one way to look at it. Then we move ahead. Second house, Venus, aspected by Mars, so they can be little, fond of sweets, and they can be little harsh, or maybe they can have some health issues off and on. So this is another way to look at it. But my today's topic is not this. My today's topic is only the first house. What happens when we talk about the first house? Okay, just the first house. So first house in body parts is head, hair, skin, and upper body part, upper part of the face. Okay. Now, build of the body, stature, facial expression, and general physiology, character, temperament, complexion, height, constitution, and the impression carried by others is seen by the first house. I hope you get that, right? So that is what is the first house about. Now, this also, first house has to be involved in all the spheres, because it is you yourself. So this is the house which gives you courage, which shows your behavior, which shows your struggle, which shows your defiance, which shows your basic character in hard times. The ascendant shows how the native will face the world in difficulties. So, if the ascendant and ascendant lord is well positioned, if there are good aspects, things are good to go. Okay. Now, I'm not considering Aries right now, it is just the first house. It could be any sign. Okay. Now, the first house is also about shows your physical deformity also. If the ascendant is afflicted, the first house is afflicted, deformity by birth or by accident, that is shown by the first house. The sixth house plays a major important role in case we have to see the deformity or accident or anything, and Mars and Ketu are the planets. Suppose it is forming a connection with the first house, it's said that you go through some health issues off and on whenever Mars and Ketu are connected to the first house. So it can give you some health issues in the future. Okay. And also addiction to drugs, alcohol, etc. also we see from the first house. And here actually second house plays a very important role as well if we are looking at the addictions, because that is about your mouth region. So what you consume, what you take, what is your taste, that is shown by the second house. Now, what are your looks? Whether you look youthful, whether you look old, that is also in general to be seen by the first house, which describes the appearance. The good or bad part of it depends. And the ascendant and the lord of it impart their qualities. Okay. So this is a tutorial. So I'm not going to be taking up, okay, I have this sign, I have this planet. Don't ask those questions. I'm simply just telling you how you have to look at the first house. Sense of dressing, fashionable or simple or fond of luxury, all that is also to be seen from the first house. So sense of what are your tendencies? What is your behavior towards parents, spouse, seniors, colleagues, traits, basic traits, in general people, how you treat them, and with whom the native comes in contact with in their life, that is also to be seen from the first house. This is in general, irrespective of your dasha, irrespective of your transits. I'm not considering those. Then qualities of leader or a follower, that is also to be seen from the first house. Can you see? It's so many things we can see from the first house. Okay. I will tell you that later if it is afflicted. I will be coming to that. But it is obvious, if it is afflicted, you will have tendency to drink, tendency to be addicted to something, not a good fashion taste, etc. All these or health issues. So if it is afflicted, either or these will happen. If you're born leader, suppose you have a very strong first house. So you can lead people, you can convince people, you will have a good speech, etc. depending on the planet it is connected to. Okay. Then adoption by others or family members is to be seen by first. Any horoscope in isolation, we have to consider every house and every planet. Each and every planet is important. So this house will also indicate the litigation of the member in regards to the inheritance. The supporting houses will be 4th, 9th, 10th for adoption, in case of adoption. Okay. So what all houses did I say? First house, of course, 4th house, 9th house, and 10th house. Okay. Sorry. Childhood in general, we see from the first house. Okay. Then this is also considered to be the 5th house, 5th child. Okay. Because it is the first child. Then first child is your 5th house, second child is your 7th house, third child is your 9th house, 11th house is your 4th child, and 5th child is the first house. So the cycle comes to an end here. Okay. So this is what. And you also see the demise of the partner also, because this is Marika for your partner. So the demise of the partner also we see from the first house. Okay. Then we see father's speculative activity, because this is from the ninth house, which is your father's house. This is the fifth house. I hope it is not getting technical. Simply put, this is the fifth house from the ninth, so it is indicative of your father's children, of course, you yourself, and then also the speculative income activity. Gains and profits of your younger siblings, because it is the 11th from your third house. Okay. Fame, reputation, and patrimony of mother also, because this is the 10th from the fourth house. And higher studies, life in foreign place, and connection with strangers to natives, children, because this is ninth from your fifth house. So it will tell you what exactly is the future of your studies of your kids. Okay. Or danger to your maternal uncle, because this is eighth from your sixth house, first house. Okay. So just see how it will be. And if you are talking about Prashna, then first house represents who's asking the question. Okay. So this is what is the first house about. House will not change in Bhava Chalit, only sign will not change, only house changes of the planet. So don't worry about it. If the first house will tell you what exactly is your basic trait. Okay. Now, first house, I'm going to be sharing with you the matrix. The first house is 212 to the second house, 6-8 to the 8th house, and 3-11 to the third house. So you can predict the health and lifespan of the native through these houses. Okay. Now, if this is having a connection with the sixth house, it can bring about poor health. Or the Lagnesh goes to the sixth house also, there will be some immunity level which can give some troubles. In matter of love, first house must accompany the fifth house along with the 11th. This shows there will be a love, relationship, marriage, etc. So it is fifth to the ninth, hence it shows father's personal affairs also, or creativity. It is 3-11 to the younger sibling, showing gains to the sibling. It's 2-12 to the second house, showing hence a negative house of the primary education. Okay. And this is also the house, if you see, will lead the spiritual life along with the 9th and the 12th house. We have to see what is the condition of the 9th and the 12th. Only then you will get to know your spiritual growth also, whether it is indicating mantra sadhana or, it is about your pregnancy also, your spiritual growth also. Okay. So this is how one must look at the first house activities and how is it forming a connection with the other houses, because we cannot just say that this is just because it is the ruler of the ruler is afflicted or something. We have to see the whole chart in together. We just can't. First house from ascendant degree or the whole sign. See, I use the degrees also. That is Placidus system, the Bhava Chalit. One must see the Bhava Chalit because Bhava Chalit is something which is the exact Bhava that, is active. So I do use Bhav Chalit. So that's a little technical part. But as per the Bhava Chalit, the planets move, but the signs don't. So never miss the signs. If Mercury has moved to the 11th house, but it is in the Capricorn sign, so you will consider it first in the Capricorn sign. Always remember. Then you will see, okay, it is also giving, that is KP astrology, that it is giving the results of 11th house. That means it is going to be very positive in its dasha, because it is giving the result of 11th house also. So we have to see to it that the whole thing, we cannot just say that this we have, suppose this is Mercury's dasha, and Mercury is the one of the three Shadaya rulers also. So what happens when Mercury rules the 3rd and the 6th house and is in the 10th house, but in Bhava Chalit moves into the 9th or the 11th or wherever it shifts to. So it will give the result of the 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house and the ninth or the 11th where it has moved to also. Then we have to see what nakshatra it is forming a connection. Here it is in Mars's nakshatra. So it will give the 10th house result also. If Mars has not moved, so it will give the result of Mars also. So we have to see in totality again if we are using KP, and don't mix KP and Parashari, please. Okay. So a bit about the Prashna also I can tell you that how you have to look at the Prashna Kundli. So first of all, we have to see the what kind of lagna is rising. Suppose it is the lagna, first house is actually the questioner, his health, appearance, thinking, and longevity, nature of the question, doctor or the treating physician in case of questions related to illness. That is the first house when we talk about Prashna. So, this is one head and upper portion also we can see from the first house. Identity of the thief in case there is something stolen. So stolen objects we see from this. Okay. So the rising sign plays a very significant role regarding the direction taken by the thief or a missing person. Lagna should be considered strong if human sign is posited in the lagna. Human sign is Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, and the first half of Sagittarius. The strength of the rising sign is like the strength of the Lagna Lord. Okay, so that is what is the first house about when we talk about the queries. And also, we must see whether a movable sign is rising, dual sign is rising, or a fixed sign is rising. When a movable sign is rising, that means things are going to change. 1, 4, 7, 10. If either of these are rising, that is depending on what sign it is moving into, what degrees are closer to the Lagna. Okay. So that is how you see. And odd even will also help you, about the gender of the thief, or, the kind of. So Lagna will definitely tell you about the physician or any doctor, in case you have to. The Lagna Lord signifies the patient, but Lagna defines Lagna signifies the physician, okay, or the doctor, okay. So this is what. And Lagna Lord, if is benefic, so that means the query is going to be in your favor, okay. Physician, 4th house is medicine and treatment, 7th house is disease, and 10th house is attitude of the patient. Sometimes the patient doesn't want to recover. So see what is the condition of the 10th house for that reason. Maybe, the patient recovers or is receptive to the treatment. Okay. So that is what. Why retrograde planets don't have drishti in reverse direction. I do take retrograde planets as in reverse. Suppose here Jupiter is retrograde, we can see here. If Jupiter is retrograde, it will be considered to be in the Taurus sign also in retrogradation, and will be giving the drishti on these signs as well. That is a big time protection over here. You can see that already. Okay. Thank you so much for asking. I'm well, but do pray for my son. Okay. So I will not be taking up the questions. See, you must understand, how do we conclusively, very good question, how do we conclusively differentiate between Badhaka effects and Viparit Raja Yoga results in a functional malefic dasha? You can't hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Or the screen is gone again? Okay, let me see where. Can't hear. Okay. So what I was trying to say here was, Badhak, you must understand, Badhak is to be seen when you are unwell, or when the dasha is of the Badhaka Lord. It's actually because of the Badhakesh. Suppose here it is Saturn. For the movable signs, it is the 11th house, okay, 11th house lord. So Saturn becomes the Badhak planet for you guys. And Rahu right now is there, so he is also Badhakesh in a way. So if you are in the dasha of Shani or Rahu, then this will impact you on your health, okay. But if it is about your the effect of Viprit Raja Yoga, if it is like here Saturn is in the 12th house, so it becomes better planet for you. But for what? You cannot categorize all the planets for everything. Remember, they will give the results of their traits. Suppose it is Saturn. So Saturn is your is this karma karak. So it will impact you on your profession. That is why all the planets are allocated different significations. Otherwise, every planet will become start giving the result of the of all the significations, isn't it? Mercury is for your communication. Mercury is for your education, travels, investments, business, finance. But if Mercury is the ruler of your third house, sixth house, it becomes a functional malefic. But right now it is with the ascendant lord. Can you see? Forget Badha concept. Badha concept works only for health. If you are having any health issues, if you are in Saturn Dasha, it will give you some health issues, okay? But it is not in transit, I'm saying. How is it placed? That is very important. So if it is placed in the 8th house, so it will, the Badhak planet in the 8th house will be negating the health issues. But at the same time, it will give some problems, maybe at the workplace. So you cannot intermix these Viparit Raja Yogas. Viparit Raja Yoga basically is when you are gaining some strength in the adverse conditions, in the obstacle, hurdles kind of situation you have to go through, and then you will gain the good results. So that is because you have to cross that ocean, that river ocean, and then you will reach the shore. It's like that. So you have to swim against the tide when we talk about the Viparit Raja Yoga. But at the same time, you have to see what is the state of this Mercury I was talking about. So if it is the 3 Shadaya ruler, one of the 3 Shadaya rulers, it's a malefic graha for this. It is a karak, means it is not a friendly planet to the lagna, but it is it is conjunct this Mars. So it's a beautiful Raja Yoga which is forming over here, because the ruler of the 3 and the 6th house is in the Kendra. First of all, with the ascendant lord, with the 7th lord, with the 5th lord. So can you see, so many Raja Yogas are forming for this baby born during this time period especially. Okay, so this is what is the state of the planets. So you cannot just say that this is the rule, so this will be applied to this chart. No, you have to go through so many horoscopes, and then you have to decide whether this is working on this person or not. Okay. Oh, thank you. Ma'am, what would happen if the sun eclipse is happening on the 17th over natal Saturn? I think I have responded this. I have responded this in the previous, please watch the previous live session, because if it is on the natal Saturn, it will impact your career because it's a karma karak. Venus is the Badhaka for Dhanu. Okay. Venus is the Badhaka for Dhanu. How? For Dhanu is the 7th house ruler, which is the Badhaka. Venus the Badhaka for Dhanu? No. 6th lord and 11th lord. No. It is not Badhaka. See, you must understand for dual signs, the 7th house ruler is the Badhak planet. And Mercury for Sagittarius, Venus, and see, you must first, basic concept you must understand of the friendly planets and non-friendly and unfriendly planets. Jupiter, Sun and Moon fall in one category. Mercury, Saturn and Venus fall in the other category. So they are not friendly with each other. Mars is also in the category A. So A and B, if you divide into both, so A has Sun, Mars, Jupiter and Moon. Okay. And here it is Saturn, Venus, and Mercury. Leaving Rahu Ketu aside because they don't form the planetary cabinet. But Rahu generally is in category B. So when we see Saturn and Venus, any rising who has a good combination will be with Saturn with Mercury and Venus. So similarly, if it is a Taurus ascendant or Libra ascendant, Saturn is the Yoga Karak Graha for that reason. It is the Karak planet. That means it is giving the result in its full swing. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to give good results only, no? If it is very powerful, but it is sitting with Jupiter, suppose. Now, Saturn being the Yoga Karagraha, now this is another concept. If Saturn and Jupiter are together for, suppose, Taurus, okay? Now, when they are conjunct, that means that this person will have some issues at the workplace or will be like a teacher to the colleagues or to the seniors or will always be a learner, but at the same time this person will have issues with the authorities or with their family members often. Okay, they will have this because they have to, or with the financial terms, maybe they are very ethical and they lose a lot of money because of their ethics and their rigidity. So that is something which is you have to see, because Saturn dasha will give good results, but with Jupiter it will say learn you, it will say follow the right path, and it is two opposite energies, and Jupiter is not a friendly graha. Saturn dasha, Saturn is a yoga kara graha, but if Saturn is sitting alone, definitely a very good dasha. But at the same time you have to see what kind of lagna is rising. That is more important. Suppose it is, as I said in part A, you have Mars, Sun, Jupiter and Moon. So that is why whenever for Cancer ascendant, you will see the Sun dasha will be very good. Mars is the yoga karagraha for Cancer and Leo. So Mars will play out a very important role, even if it is a malefic, natural malefic. It's a functional malefic, but it will give very good results for these two natives because they will get the courage, they will do well at the place of work also, and their children will also do well during the Mars dasha. So you have to see, these are the concepts which we cannot just categorize without taking examples. So we have to see what planet will give what kind of results. Suppose we are talking about Aries only, okay? For Aries, now tell me which are the functional malefics and which are not. So which are malefics. So for Aries, Mars, Sun, Jupiter and Moon. So these are the friendly grahas. So because they are the rulers of the trine, they are the rulers of the fourth house, so it gives good results. But Venus is right opposite this Mars. So Venus dasha will give some Marak like results for the Aries natives. Maybe they will have some issues in their family marriage life, or they will have some complications in their finances to earn more, save more. They can have during the Venus dasha these issues. But at the same time, partner will be very beautiful, good looking, but can be very authoritative also. So depends, okay? So this is something which is going to be, and don't just have blockage, about the rules too much. Don't stick to the rules and just follow them blindly, because that's just one rule. We have to see so many things apart from that particular thing as well. Okay, this is what is the relationship. So just divide it and see. So if the friendly and non-friendly grahas are rising in the lagna, so they will not give, one dasha will not be too good. Remember that. Also, there is another concept that I must tell you. We have to see which planet is ahead of a planet. Suppose this is about conjunction. Now see, in this particular horoscope, we have the Mercury is towards the end, then we have Venus, then we have Sun, and then we have, this is in this way. One second, let me clear this. Excuse me. See, Mercury is number 1, 2 is this because degree wise. Can you see 27 degrees, 25 degrees, then is 19 degrees and 13 degrees. That means Mars is, that is why going to be changing signs towards the end. Okay. Mars is at the lowest degrees amongst these. Okay. So this is third and this is fourth. Okay. So what planet is this Mars going to be meeting? That is more important. Is there any planet before Mars? No. But Mars and Sun, first Mars is going to meet Sun. That means the native Lagnesh is very authoritative, is very powerful, because Mars is Bhumi also. It is about land, because it is going to be meeting Venus and Mercury also. So this person can invest in property, can make good profits in that. Partner can be very authoritative. So we have to see what plan. If you talk about Mercury, Mercury has met all these planets, is going away from these. So that means Mercury will be giving the result of Rahu's energies more. That means if you are going to be investing during this time, it is going to be a difficult process, to difficult time, and you will not be able to make profits. It will be initially too much of profits, and then it will just, go, it'll be a loss kind of a situation. So you have to be very careful in your investments. This native I'm talking about. Suppose this is a chart of a person. Also, Venus is moving forward towards Mercury. That means the partner can be very talkative. The partner can be into business, or the person is himself into business. Can be anything, either or. So you have to see the conjunctions also like this, because conjunction is where the planet is moving into. What kind of planet he is bumping into, that is very important. What planet he has met and come, that is also very essential to see. So maybe the partner was very authoritative. Now the partner is mellowing down. Okay, it could be that also. Oh, Shadabala is again a beautiful concept. One must check here if you want to see when all the planets are together. Ernst Wilhelm's interview, please do watch that. In that, he has explained beautifully certain things. You must watch that, because I do check every time when I'm doing the readings, the Shadabala also, because Shadabala strength is very important to see what planet is powerful or who's winning at war. That is very important. So when we are talking about, suppose Mars and Venus, Mercury and Venus are at 1 degrees apart, who's winning? So we will see the Shadabala strength. One second, let me see if I can find if I can show you that. See, I do see the declination also. Declination is very important again. And okay, so here, this is a very small window, but you can see sun. So can you see Mercury is at 145 and Venus is at 185. That means Venus is winning. Can you see? So that is how you should see. Mars is at 134. It's just right here. Actually, it's very small. And lastly is the moon, 97, at 97. No, that's Saturn's strength, sorry. Okay, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Venus is 160. So Jupiter, Venus is at 133 and Mercury is at 140. So Mercury is winning here, sorry. Okay, because this is not the page I use. I'm just going to be sharing. One second. I don't know where that page is gone. KP Martha. This is. Okay. So can you all hear me? I hope you can. Again, I got disconnected, I think. I hope you can hear me. This is also very important, one of the major concepts, that is the Ashtaka Varga. Okay, thanks. So anyhow, so I just showed you that when we talk about the planetary war, we must see the Shadabala strength also. That is very important. Drikpal, see, directional strength, which direction will be suitable for you, that is also Shadbala, we see. See, you joined late, okay. See, first of all, I explained about the eclipses. Then I explained about the first house. Then I explained about the concept of benefic and malefic and functional malefic and functional benefic. Please write it in the, if you can, in the timestamps. It will be better for others also. It is a great help if you can do it. Then I took the planetary war, Shadbala strength and all also, and the conjunctions basically. I explained about the conjunctions. So that might just help you. Okay. So this is it. I think I've answered almost all the questions today. And do join the membership plan. It's very, very reasonable for the Prashnas, like for these kind of questions. You'll be given priority also. Though I take up all the questions, you know that. But yeah, it's good if you can join it. If it'll be better if you can join the membership program. It'll be helpful for me also, for you guys also. Okay. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat.